Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is your girl, Miss Honey. Super low energy. I woke up with a horrible headache this morning, and it has persisted all day. Took my contacts out. I thought that would help. Still there. But I wanted to come in and do Real Housewives of Atlanta. Tomorrow starts a week-long summit at my job. So it's going to be everyone from all over the globe here in Atlanta. And so it's going to be a big week. I don't really have time to be sick or to catch up on videos that I could have done the day that they aired. So here we are. Again, super low energy. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Real Housewives of Atlanta and what happened tonight. No blow by blow. I can't do it. But let me just say, I don't have my subscriber numbers shown because it gives me a little bit of anxiety to see them all the time. I just try not to focus on them and just try to be the best me I can be, you know. But shout out to all my new subscribers, you guys. I'm in awe at how many new subscribers I gain every month. Even though you guys know I don't do a whole lot of videos, but the videos that I do, people seem to appreciate them and like them, and that means a lot to me. So shout out to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. Of course, if you haven't, I would love to have you as a member of the tribe. Just go ahead and hit that subscription button and buckle up. Okay, so let me just say this. What Kenya did to Tanya at the end of this episode was really no better or no different than what Giovanna did to this entire group this whole season. I mean, it's absolutely no different. Well, I should say Giovanna and Nene, because clearly they're in cahoots. Or should I say Giovanna, Nene, and Marlo. Those three are in cahoots, and no one's gonna make me believe otherwise. But yeah, Kenya is so unlikable. She's so low down. And the thing of it is that I really do feel in a lot of ways, although your husband is a moist, wet butthole, I think he's right about you being, you know, low brow. I think he's right about you being, you know, an individual who's just has no substance, no depth. I think he's absolutely correct about those things. And every chance you get, Kenya, you prove him right. You prove him right, you know. But it is the day of Carnival, and the ladies are excited about going out and enjoying themselves. I can't remember. So this is the whole situation started after they were at the rooftop, and everybody came back, and they came back to Marlo's room. And at this time, Nene and Giovanna weren't in the room. And the ladies had all agreed that they would came up with this scheme where they would try to trick Giovanna into admitting that she was the recorder or the audioer by making her think they already knew that it was her, that someone had already leaked that it was her. And Marlo was privy to all of that conversation. And so when Giovanna came in, Kenya started to kind of lay the groundwork, and Porsha pulled up the rear with it. And Marlo exposed the whole thing. She told she told Giovanna it was a lie. It wasn't the truth. They don't know. They don't know. She did that on purpose because obviously Giovanna and Nene and Marlo have all planned this thing out, how it would roll out, how it would happen. It is apparent that it is a scheme that was hatched probably by Giovanna and Nene and co-signed by Marlo. And it just sickens me because Nene doesn't have any respect for Marlo or Giovanna. I mean, the way she talked to Giovanna after at Marlo's show, where Giovanna touched her window and she told her she would slap her, in the if she touched her car again. I was just like, anyway, this whole situation just kind of escalated because basically Porsha felt like, if you know something and you want to be a part of this group, you need to let us know what's up. Like, what's tea? Like, who in this group did this, And she said, if you don't tell us who the snake is, this Porsha, then that means you the snake. And then basically Giovanna was like, no, your man's the snake. Your man's the snake. Now she knows that Portia's riding in on this high from having been re-proposed to by Dennis and given a new ring, and him pledging his love. That whole thing kind of sickens me because there's supposed to be this story out now where Dennis is seen with a couple of girls, or I think about 4 girls. And, it hasn't really been explained. I don't know that it needs to be explained. I still hope and wish for the best for Porsha and Dennis. I'm going to say this. If you're a dude and you out there and you trying to run around on your girl, or even vice versa, because girls cheat on guys too. But if you out there and you in public doing these things, like, to me, that is the greatest slap in the face, that you are you doing this. You're not gonna sneak. You're not gonna sneak. You're not gonna sneak. You don't think you need to be in the shadows with this? You don't think you need to be in disguise, like nothing? You feel like you can just be out in public with doing these things? Like, it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful, and it just lets everybody who's down with destroying people's relationships and their happiness and playing into, men's, propensity for infidelity, or women's, you participating in it. Like, what I'm saying? Like, if a dude is with a woman, you don't have no business with that dude. And that's just what it is. But again, you're going to publicly disrespect your fiance and your baby, your family. It's obviously people out there who don't mind catering to that type of individual. It's sad. I hope it's not true. But that's the whole Dennis and Porsha situation. Now, this is in real time. So let's go back to Carnival. Not Mardi Gras, Carnival. So the whole thing just escalates. Nene hasn't come in the room yet. Marlo is doing everything she can do to sort of protect Giovanna. She's not letting Cynthia talk. She's being very verbally aggressive with Cynthia. Cynthia, has had to sit up on the edge of the couch and really get to it with Marlo and just basically tell her mother, beep, you don't shut that beep, and beep 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 beep. Cynthia had to get gully with her. And after Nene came in and she was witnessing it all, she was saying, this is the Cynthia I was telling everybody about. But this is of your own making. This is of your own doing. This proves that you did all of this so you could pull this out of Cynthia at Giovanna's expense, and clearly Marlo too, because Marlo is going to go to bat with you. I'm going to tell you something. I don't trust Marlo no farther than I can throw her. To me, she's a pickpocket. You know what I mean? She's a scam artist. I've heard people say things about her being, you know, doing credit card fraud and all of that. And what I'm saying is, I'm saying it metaphorically. She is that individual. I wouldn't have her in my space. I wouldn't have her in my house. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, because I feel like you kind of girl that'll bring 3 guys back later and rob me. I feel like you the kind of person that if I tell I'm going out of town next week, you'll send somebody over there to rob my house and have all my stuff in your house. I don't trust her. She low down. She low down. She don't have no morals. She don't have no standards. Just the way she flip-flopped on Cynthia during this whole thing, it was so egregious, and it was so obvious that she was trying to give Yovanna a heads up and let Yovanna know that what the girls was up to, so she wouldn't reveal herself. She knew that they needed to keep it going. Same thing with Nene. When Nene comes in with her breasts flying all in the wind, and you know, she's saying, okay, Yovanna, maybe you want to just, you know, tell everybody. And Yovanna's like, tell everybody what? And Marlo is basically, you know, all but playing like she choking, like she's causing such a kerfluffle and such a disturbance in the entire conversation that no one can really pin Yovanna down. Yovanna was able to stick and move successfully because of Marlo Big Shoulders blocking and Nene trying to be obtuse. Okay? And that's how I know the 3 of them all in on the Yovanna, Marlo, and Nene. And then for Cynthia to get up and walk out, wow, the dramatic Cynthia. Why you doing all this? You a grown woman. Somebody recorded you. Watch your mouth going forward. I wouldn't talk with nobody I didn't really have an invested relationship in. Or I stand on every inch I shade, boo. I said it. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear the recording. I can tell you what probably is on it. The fact that I think you a beep and a mother beep and a son of a beep. I probably said that. You're low down. You can't be trusted. You're moody. You're controlling. You think you're my boss. You think your poo-poo don't stink. I probably said all of those things. Let's hear it. Let's run the mixer. You know what I'm saying? Chugga, chugga, chugga. Let's hear it. Okay, DJ. Put the record on. Put the record on. I don't know why she was acting so verklempt. Just so, I'm leaving. I'm going back to my room. I can't take all of this. If anybody should have been leaving, it should have been Eva. Eva's nowhere in the world. I would have had my embryo, okay, in that room with all that nastiness. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. But a check is a check. Check is a check. Nene run after Cynthia and bring her back. Cynthia come back because a check is a check. All right. And then, of course, Kenya is standing there squawking at Nene, telling Nene what she did was wrong, and this is what you did, and this is why you did it, and yada. You know it so well because Nene is you. You the same vicious liar. You the same vicious manipulator. That's why you got so much smoke for Nene, because Nene is you. It's like cussing your own self out. Plus, Nene stealing some of your shine, and we can't have that. Can't have that. Right? So, Yovanna's about to get drugged. I don't think she realized how drugged she was about to be, because Porsha do not play and she don't mind windmilling. Okay? Well, it was just this big, huge mess where everybody was just like Kandi and Eva, and for the most part, they was trying to, you know, protect Cynthia and protect Porsha. You know, Marlo was mostly trying to hold Nene back from jumping on Kenya because Kenya pointed at her. You know, everybody was sick of her mess, and she was saying that she wanted Yovanna to tell it instead of Nene just saying what it is. She want Yovanna to tell it. Yovanna's not telling it. Like I said, this is all a plan. This whole thing was just a huge setup, really at all of the other ladies' expense by Marlo, Nene, and Yovanna. So It was just anticlimactic. The ladies kept running up to each other, but security was there, and it was all right for a kerfluffle. Next day is carnival, and Tanya, who missed the whole thing, is getting ready in her room. Nene comes in. Like, her and Tanya are best of friends. Anybody remember how dry Nene was when Tanya asked her to go to carnival? And Nene was like, let me think about that. But now you in the room, you uber hype, you jumping all over the place, and you look so beautiful, Tanya, woo. And you're going to say that you and Porsha had each other back last night at the kerfluffle, and you think that y'all back to being big sis, little sis. I'm like, y'all might want to have some conversation. She did say they still need to talk, but I'm like, that's what you want. You don't want anybody to hold you accountable. You just want everybody to get over it, and let's all move on and be fake until the next time you blow up and treat everybody like crap, Nene. So she goes on. She flies on. All praise the Lord. Giovanna got sent home. Porsha insisted that she leave, that she be asked to leave because, one, she not a core group member, and two, she keeping up mess. And I was here for it. I was like, y'all should have been sent her pack. And y'all should have sent her pack. And really, after she stood there at that bar on the rooftop and told y'all all y'all was fake. Now, granted, it may or may not be true, but still, that ain't your place. Non-peach holder. That's not your place. So they go to carnival. They dance. They juke. They're exhausted. They get back. They get showered. They get cleaned up. They come down for dinner. And, of course, Cynthia is feeling the type of way about Marlo. Porsha was glad that Giovanna was gone. And everybody sitting down at dinner is trying to have this moment at dinner. And for the most part, it's good conversation. Everybody's engaging in each other's lives and their joys, their ups, their downs, their lows, and it's just really fun moment where it makes you forget how ratchet Real Housewives of Atlanta can be. I don't think the kerfluffle was that bad. It was just more arguing. It just was frustrating because nothing was getting resolved. But for the most part, this is why we love them. We love them because they do have these disagreements and they do have these things about them, but it's not so egregious. The conversation that they were having at dinner is another reason why we love them, where it's a lot of camaraderie. And I enjoyed it until Kenya decided she wanted to. First of all, Marlo busting Kenya out about having a wig on. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, a wig wearer should never bust out another wig wearer. There's a code to wig wearing where you tell someone you like their hair or you don't say anything at all. You know what I mean? You don't bring up that it's a wig out loud like that, but I guess she kind of does. Old Kenya, to me, she could have did better, but if that's what you got for a get back, okay. Marlo also apologized to Cynthia. Y'all know how Cynthia is. She is neither hot nor cold. She is lukewarm, baby. She's not on this side of the fence or that side of the fence. She is standing tippy-toed on top of the fence. Perfectly balanced, okay? It doesn't matter what she say in the camera. It doesn't matter what she say in the confessional or to her friends in private. Cynthia just don't want no trouble. She got trouble if you want it, but she just is not going, she ain't finna keep it going. So she did say she gonna side-eye Marlo going forward. I'm like, side-eye? She would know because she would be uninvited or not invited to nothing that I have. Nothing. You'll never get the opportunity to show you to cut the monkey on me again. But anyway, so like I said, a lot of camaraderie. The ladies, Kenya brings up, basically, the way she did it was so weird. She was like, well, if you knew that a man was cheating on his wife or girlfriend, would you want to know? What why would I want to know? I think what you mean to say, if you know somebody's man is cheating, um, or if you knew that somebody had some information about your man cheating, would you want to know? I think that's what she was trying to say, but you was so busy trying to be shady and try to come off like you had a modicum of intelligence or intellectual prowess that you couldn't really get it together, because what you had in your heart was just straightforward dagger. It was just straight poison. And you trying to, cover it up in flowers, and I can't take it. I just don't like her. I don't care for her. I don't care for Kenya at all. Basically, it was directed at Tanya, because when Cynthia and Kenya was in the cookie store, I guess the lady who owned the cookie store was saying that Paul, Tanya's fiance, was hitting on her real hard and got her number. And they told Kandi. And so everybody, with the exception of Porsha and I think Marlo, who knows, knew what was going on. Tanya, Marlo, and Porsha, none of them knew what was going on, but Cynthia, Kenya, and Kandi knew what was going on, knew where Kenya was going. And nobody raised a hand to stop it. Nobody raised a hand to stop it. At least Marlo stuck to the plan, and she was going to make sure Giovanna stuck to the plan. But Cynthia didn't say a mumbling word, Cynthia, and this is where I kind of lose respect for you, because we all love Tanya, and it's no reason whatsoever you should have let Kenya do that, and I would have just spoke up. I would have spoke up. I wouldn't have let Tanya go on and on talking about how happy they are. No, she said she would be crushed. She said her heart would be crushed. She would be a broken person if she found out that her man was cheating on her. Y'all let her go through all of that, and y'all knew that Kenya was talking about her that whole time. And it's just like seeing her in this place of vulnerability and knowing that Kenya is trying to put her business out there on TV. I mean, I don't understand why y'all wasn't kicking Tanya under the table or something. Like, I just don't care for it. I mean, we all sign up for what we sign up for. These girls are getting plenty of money for this show, but I don't think Tanya deserved that. And I think having it be this question, she was saying, yeah, because I asked my husband about men who cheat. And you know what he said? Once a cheater, always a cheater. First of all, that's not why you posed that question. You posed that question so you could drag Tanya and her relationship and her joy and her happiness in the ground, even though all you had was this woman's word for it. You could have been pulled that girl to the side and said something. You could have pulled her to the side with your mic on. It would have been better than how you let her go on and talk about how great her relationship is, knowing you have every intentions on trying to smash that hard to the ground. If you had good intentions, you wouldn't have never did it. And even the producers was saying, why did you bring it up? She's like, I'm not here to hurt anybody. And, and they said, well, why did you bring it up? And she started laughing. I'm just like, you just slow down. You low down, girl. You low down, and you never will be any good. You never will be any good. And I'm going to quote your twin. You never win when you play dirty, Kenya. You never win when you play dirty. Never. So that really basically is how the episode ended. Of course, all the ladies was, kind of thinking it was them. Everybody except Marlo. Y'all know Marlo ain't got no man. She rent a man, but she ain't got no man. Or they rent her. One of them. But that's basically the episode. What do you guys think? I personally think that what Kenya did to Tanya in that situation was no different than what Nene and Giovanna and Marlo did to Cynthia, in my opinion. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Low down is just low down. It's just low down. It's just low down. And I just would not have a lot of these ladies in my own home. And I'm not saying they would come. I'm not saying my home is fancy. I'm just saying in terms of me having a trust for these ladies, I don't have it. If I saw Tanya somewhere, I would fan out. I would fan out and I would tell her how great I think she is for the show. If I saw Kenya somewhere, I'd be like, they go Kenya Moore. Low down. No respect. I no respect. And if you a person that is really high caliber, strong character, and all of that, I can't tell. You let these people portray you otherwise, it's on you. In my opinion, no ma'am. You're not invited. No ma'am. All right, honey, you guys tell me what you think. Put it down below. And until next time, honeybees, mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll holla.